Got any bad habits you'd like to swap for good ones? In this episode, you'll hear about simple habits that can quickly change your life for the better. But, before we get started, welcome Earthlings to Redditor, a channel dedicated to popular and trending topics as well as tricks and tips to manage your daily life and relationships. Click like and subscribe and I promise you won't be abducted by aliens while you sleep. So, what simple, daily habit changed your life? Drop a comment below and let us know what has helped you. I might even make a video on a suggestion that's unique and transformative. Drinking enough water. I drink a tall glass right after getting up, one right before going to sleep, and over the day I drink a tall water bottle. My skin is better. I get up faster in the morning. I feel way more energetic all through the day. I've been doing this for a few years now and it's incredible the difference in how I feel if I'm not drinking enough water. Usually my largest water intake is at work, so when quarantine hit and I've not been working, I wasn't drinking enough water and I was getting headaches every single day. Miserable. Started being more conscientious about water intake, bam. No more headaches. Feel so much better. Making a to-do list or using a to-do app. Changed my grades completely, reduced stress and sorted my life. Google Tasks, Microsoft To Do or good old-fashioned paperwork really well. Structure in your daily life often makes you more effective, I find. When I was going through university, I started some very specific structures when doing exams, for example, where I would force myself to write a specific amount of pages each day, ensuring that I didn't end up procrastinating, nor burning out. These kinds of systems benefited my grades immensely. Go to bed early to get up at dawn. Walking at dawn allows you to think about your actions, look at life from different angles, and draw conclusions. The main thing is to walk alone. Also, you need to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours and go to bed early.
To be completely honest with you, it's really difficult to quit a bad habit, so it's highly recommended that you try to replace it instead. You need to first identify the cues to your bad habits. This information will help you become aware of what triggers you to do that habit. Let's say you smoke a cigarette after you eat dinner or when you're feeling stressed. When you receive the cue of finishing up dinner or feeling stressed, go against your mind and do something else so you can begin the process of rewiring your brain.
I do a 15-minute core workout almost every night, pretty much cured my back problems. Greeting people I pass by. I keep a journal to record my day's thoughts. It helps deal with all the pressures in my life as I can tell someone my stuff without having to actually tell anyone. Prep for the next day the night before. I put my clothes out, sort whatever I'm taking with me if I need to go out, and as a last thing grind coffee for the morning. I'm almost never in a rush now, even when I'm really busy, and it just helps knowing that the daily stress of what to wear and holy shit where did all the socks go etc. is all taken care of. Think twice before I speak. Ask, does it need to be said? Does it need to be said right now? And does it need to be said right now by me? Standing and walking straight. Just feels better and some people will notice it. Makes you look more confident. Making a mental list of what I was going to do that day. Made sure I always got off my butt and did something, even if it would have been a lazy Sunday, and I always feel better for it.
When you are trying to break a bad habit, it's a very good idea to have someone in your life hold you accountable for your actions. Just like how I talked about in my other videos, how important it is to join a community of like-minded people building a new habit, the same goes for breaking them. You and your accountability buddy can either try to break the habit together or simply provide each other with the support you guys need.
Think of something I'm grateful for before getting out of bed. 15 minutes of light yoga every morning and evening. I work an office job and used to have so much back, neck and shoulder pain because I was sitting all day. Now I can move pain-free and I have more range in my movement than I had in my 20s. Putting my phone on airplane mode before going to sleep. This habit significantly saves me from severe stress. Looking in front of you when you walk. Stop looking at the ground. Great confidence boost. Compliment yourself every day to help boost esteem. Celebrate little victories, i.e. shower, went outside, drank water, etc. Making my bed in the morning, especially during my worst depression times. A 15-minute exercise regime 3 times a week. Taking vitamins. Not engaging in debates on the internet because 9 out of 10 times they get pretty heated and keep going in circles unless I know the other person is smart enough. Do something creative every day. Eat breakfast. Keeping in touch with my true friends, the genuine ones that have your back and are there for you.
The hardest part in the formation of a new habit is the beginning. Once you use your willpower and even force yourself to just begin, you will see that it's easier to keep going once you're already into it. Don't try to change your whole life in one day. If you start too high, it will be difficult and you may give up quickly. Start small, even ridiculously small. This way you will generate a feeling of success and it will be easier to make progress. Instead of reading a book a week, try to read a page, then a few pages, then a chapter, and so on.
Reading a book and drinking tea. 1 spoonful of honey before sleep and after waking up in the morning. Brushing my teeth. Clean for 5 minutes. That's all it takes. A few times lately, I've run out of things to do after less than 5 minutes. Having a clean and organized home is so much mentally healthier. Wake and bake. Cutting out sugar. Was hard at first, but I feel better all day, and no longer have the afternoon crash at work. Stop caring what other people think of you, be happy with who you are. Life is so much less stressful. Eating breakfast and/or lunch outside, with no phone or music. Daily study of something. When I was younger, daily study of Spanish took me from a heritage Spanish speaker, meaning I knew some words from home, but it wasn't really my main language, to a native level speaker. I try and study something every day, even if it is just for 15 minutes. I truly believe that small, daily efforts lead to great things. Meditating. I'm much less reactive than I used to be. Walking 10,000 steps a day. I know the idea of 10,000 steps came from an ad and not from sports scientists, but it totals about 5 miles or 8 kilometers, which is a decent amount for exercise. I have lost weight and feel healthier and fitter. Not eating so much junk food.
What you have to remember is that if you want to change your habits, especially a bad habit, then you have to identify the cue, identify the routine, identify the reward, and then replace that routine with something else. If you can identify your habits, you can then control your behavior. If you can control your behavior, guess what? You can create your own success.
Per an article from lifehack.org, 18 tricks to make new habits stick. Some additional tricks you might want to try include: commit to 30 days, 3 to 4 weeks is all the time you need to make a habit automatic. If you can make it through the initial conditioning phase, it becomes much easier to sustain. A month is a good block of time to commit to a change since it easily fits in your calendar. Run it as an experiment, withhold judgment until after a month has passed and use it as an experiment in behavior. Experiments can't fail, they just have different results, so it will give you a different perspective on changing your habit. Be imperfect. Don't expect all your attempts to change habits to be successful immediately. It took me 4 independent tries before I started exercising regularly. Now I love it. Try your best, but expect a few bumps along the way. Know the pain, you should also be aware of the consequences. Exposing yourself to realistic information about the downsides of not making a change will give you added motivation. Associate with role models, spend more time with people who model the habits you want to mirror. A recent study found that having an obese friend indicated you were more likely to become fat. You become what you spend time around. Swish, a technique from NLP. Visualize yourself performing the bad habit. Next, visualize yourself pushing aside the bad habit and performing an alternative. Finally, end that sequence with an image of yourself in a highly positive state. That's all for today's episode, guys and gals. If you decide to try one of the awesome good habits shared in this video, let us know how it helped you out. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to get notifications anytime I post a new video. Stay awesome.
Danke, dass du meinen YouTube-Kanal besucht hast.